a shopkeeper in Wrexham, was left really shocked when police came along and told him to take down a sign that he'd put up on his shop window calling shoplifters scumbags.
Yeah, it wasn't just like it was in the shop window. He put up the notice, 61-year-old Rob Davies, that is, after he caught 5 thieves in just under 12 months. He'd lost hundreds of pounds to burglary. And there's the notice, just sort of saying, if you want to access these items, you need to speak to me because there's been shoplifting scumbags taking my stuff.
Yeah, so it wasn't burglary, it was shoplifting, actually.
Yes.
He says the sign was meant to warn other customers and tell them that's why he'd actually gone to the trouble of putting certain things behind lock and key.
Yeah. Well, let's talk to the man himself, Rob Davies. Good morning to you. I've got to say, what on earth did you think when the police knocked on the door and said to you, you've caused somebody some offence with your sign?
Well, I try not to cause offence to most people. Wherever possible, but I don't see the use of the word scumbag as anything other than accurate. I was very... it was absolutely just mad that they even came in, and I understand that all the chap was trying to do was give me a heads up. I understand that, but I think it's just overkill. They have other things that they should be doing, like catching people who are stealing from shops, as opposed to giving me back the item they've stolen and tell them to get on their way, which is one instance that happened when I phoned the police about the theft.
Yes.
But I just couldn't believe it, and this is why I put it onto my own, onto the shop page, just to show how ridiculous it was.
Yeah, just to put it in context, you've had real trouble with shoplifters, haven't you? They've taken hundreds of pounds worth of items from your shop.
Absolutely, and I can only be as vigilant. I mean, I try to be as vigilant as possible, but, you know, you can't keep an eye on everybody. I'm a one-man band. There's only me in my shop, and it's a reasonable size of a shop. And there's a lot of items in it. But what annoys me most is this is not a shop that you go into because you need something. You go into my shop because you would like to have something. It's an impulse purchase shop more than anything, being retro and vintage. And some of the items are worth quite a lot of money. But irrelevant of what they're worth, if somebody's stealing, if I lose £200 in a month, that is my profit a lot of the time, especially since COVID. So, and I have other bills to pay. I have my own background bills to pay. And it's getting to the stage where every single penny counts, as it always does, but even more so now. Small business is still rebuilding after COVID. Many years ago now, you may think, but we're still rebuilding. We're still trying to get people off the internet and back into our shops. And if I can't fill my shop with the right goods and they be left there and not stolen from me, I don't see a way forward. So the only way forward, I thought, was I can put the signs up, lock my cabinets. That'll help alleviate some of the major thefts, and hopefully be more vigilant. I have CCTV up, I have it recording, but when you involve the police these days, it appears that they, if it's under a certain level, financial level, they're not interested.
No.
Hello, I'm Bev Turner. Now, it can feel like the money in our bank accounts at the moment does not keep up with the cost of living, and maybe there's a solution. I'm here today with the CEO of TallyMoney, Cameron Parry. Cameron, what is TallyMoney?
Well, Bev, with TallyMoney, you get a current account and a debit card, but instead of pounds, you use milligrams of gold as your everyday money.
So why gold?
Gold traditionally is a great store of value. It has, on average, gone up at over 11% per annum for the last 25 years against the pound. It's tripled in value in the last decade. And in the last 2 years alone, it's increased by 50% against the pound. Banks' savings products just can't compete with that level of growth.
But this isn't just about gold. This is about a currency that you guys have created at TallyMoney. Explain it to me as though I'm an idiot.
So, look, people need to be able to hold their earnings and build their savings in a money that retains its value and remains in their legal control and remains theirs to access, away from government control.
Great. You had me at not exposed to government control.
You should feel safe and happy with your money. You should have peace of mind. The more money you see in your bank balance, and that's the type of thing we're trying to deliver. and give people choice in the type of money they get to use every day.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, Cameron. Thank you.
So what intrigues me with this is the police seem to have said to you that it may cause offence. Well, who's been offended? Did they tell you that?
Well, they were approached by a lady in the street, apparently. But I went to great pains. I spent a couple of days thinking about how I could word my note. And I couldn't come up with anybody that would be offended by it, apart from those that were willing to steal from me and were stealing from me. And you know what? I care not how they think and how they feel about my note, because the note only applies to them, and they are scum.
Well, just to spell it out, literally, especially for those listening on the radio, your note simply says, due to scumbags shoplifting, please ask for assistance to open cabinets. Thank you.
It's very polite, I would have thought.
I was even polite at the end of it by saying thank you.
Yeah.
You know, I couldn't get more reasonable than that.
What have you done, Rob? I mean, you've had this warning from the police, this visit from the police. What have you done with the signs?
I've left them up. Because my writing is quite spidery, I actually got them printed out. And all my cabinets are now installed with them, and they will stay, because I asked the officer at the time, is the sign illegal? He said no. I said they'll be staying then. If anything, they may become larger, just to make sure that everybody sees them.
Yeah. Oh, good on you. You know, do you know what, Rob? Well done for just standing up to it and not being intimidated by that. And I know the police those officers are only doing what they've been told to do, one would imagine. But it's just crazy if you can't have that in your own shop when someone's been stealing from you. It's really good to talk to you, and all power to your elbow, sir.
Well, thank you very much. But what I would like to say just quickly is thank you to all the support that I've had. It's been huge. I've had people from the Cayman Islands, Massachusetts, London, all over the world ringing me. Physical telephone call to me, not just emails, not just messages. And I'd just like to say thank you very much for all the support. It really warms my heart to see that there's so many like-minded people out there that don't see a problem in what I'm doing. So thank you all very, very much.
Well, thank you very much for joining us. I must say, already a lot of our viewers are getting in touch saying, isn't it ridiculous when we're worried about offending offenders?
Yeah, it's very, very well put.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, Rob, thank you. Appreciate your time. Well, Wrexham Police...
Have a great day, guys.
And
Yeah, you too.
Wrexham Police have said all reports of shoplifting are taken extremely seriously, and we are committed to combating retail theft in the city. They also added protecting staff, businesses and customers from this type of criminality, which has created a significant impact on their well-being and business, is a priority in Wrexham.
OK, that's another one of those statements.
It doesn't say a great deal. And considering, as Rob was saying, he had reported one incident and the police got them and they were made to give the clothes, I think they were, give them back. Well, fair enough, but I don't think they didn't appear to be prosecuted as a result.
No. And that's the state it's got into.
Which is like a slap on the wrist.
Anyway, well done for Rob for speaking out and making his signs bigger.
Yeah, good on him. I'm so glad he hasn't taken them down. Dear me. Anyway.